On my podcast last week, I talked about timing and how often we put off the things that we want for some time later. We wait until retirement. We say, oh, I'm going to work hard now. I'm going to save all this money. I'm going to live later when I can afford it, when I have time. Here's the thing about time. In many ways, it's an illusion. And I say that because we don't know that we'll have time. The future is out there in some unknown space, some unknown, not yet reality. And when we think that we have all of this energy that's going to happen later, we miss the opportunity to live now. We miss the opportunity to be in the fullness of our lives now. It's as if we're doing all these things. I'm working, I'm saving, I'm not going to go on vacation. I'll sleep and rest when I'm dead. Like we're working towards something. But then when we get there, now what? Do we even get there? I mentioned in that episode that my partner and I were having an exchange talking about life and time and the present, the future. And she made a comment that said if she were to receive a diagnosis, she would have to rethink life. Move herself closer to the beach, something she loves. It's a part of her. Again, she's Brazilian. And live the life that has the most meaning and purpose. Not that she isn't living meaningfully and purposefully now, myself included, but I think you get it. To have that spaciousness of time where your priorities are now different. But let's imagine being that way now. What is it about the human experience where we really do wait until something happens? We wait until we're almost pushed over the edge. We wait until a diagnosis happens, till we get laid off. All of those things, we wait to be pushed before we change. Time isn't a guarantee. We can hope to retire. We can hope for all of the tomorrows, but that doesn't mean they will come. So how are we living now? What are you putting off now for some time later? And here's the thing too. When you think about whatever later would look like, how you imagine that to be, spaciousness of time, lounging, travel, whatever that is. Now in your mind, fast forward to that age. How old are you? Now, do you think that at that age, you'll still have the ability, the energy, the wherewithal? What if your body changes in such a way where you no longer have mobility? Energy has shifted. You're not interested in the same way. So you've missed it now and you don't even have it later. We take for granted the way that we function today. We take for granted often the reality of our health now, of our well-being now, of our mental ability now, because that can shift. Cognitive impairments are real. Dementia is real, and no one is exempt. You could be the very first one in your family. So you don't even recognize the future that you waited for. It's really deep when you give it some thought. So what about your right now might you access more fully? And me. What am I not doing that I desire to do, but I think I'm going to do later? What if there is no later? So what does it all mean? Now you're willing all of your money away. Everything that you've accumulated to enjoy 20 years from now, you never get to see. Now, I'm not saying let's all throw caution to the wind and live frivolously. Withdraw all of our savings and just sort of, skip to the loo, my darling. No. And it's important to do some things now. Save, sure. And live. Because living is happening now. One thing we know is that your life is happening today. Now, tomorrow, well, that's a gift, not a guarantee. And 50 years from now is definitely a gift, not a guarantee. Right? Some people are just eating and they choke and it's over. Walking down the street, a tree falls, bam. All kinds of things happen, but we don't think about that. We think we have all of the time in the world to live later. We don't. So I want to inspire you to just pause enough to think about what you might be putting off for some time later. Even quality time with the people you love. A lot of people with children, they work hard. Oh, I'm doing all of this so that they can have a better life. But guess what they want? They want a life with you right now. The little kids, they want to spend time with you right now. Teenagers, well, they want to spend time with other people. And hey, that's a part of the maturation process, right? Yes to that as you move toward independence. But typically, the people you love, what do they want? More quality time, more memories. Otherwise, they'll look back and say, oh yeah, my mother, my father, they love whomever is caring for you, because not everyone has a mother and a father. There is that. They loved me. They got me all these things. They really worked hard, but you don't have any memories of throwing the ball around, going fishing, taking a walk in the evening and talking, because it doesn't have to be this big old thing. I think in today's reality, we think everything has to be full of pomp and circumstance. If the birthday party isn't magnanimous, it doesn't count. No, actually, the words you say, the presence you extend, the hugs you offer, the time you spend, that's where it's at. But if we're putting that off, when are we living? Oh, I'll live later. You'll live later. So what are you doing now? Just occupying space and time? And what if later, again, something happens? Then you feel an injustice. It's unfair because you've worked so hard in this. Nothing is promised to us. Good health, longevity, joy, peace. But we often move through time and space with a sense of entitlement, as if nothing is supposed to happen except what we desire to happen and when we want it to happen. I mean, Amazon greatly contributes to that. What do you mean it's going to take 3 days? I can get it in an hour. Right? There is that. Here is the reminder. Your life is happening now. My life is happening now. Don't put it off for later. Don't wait until something terrible happens. And not that I'm wishing terrible things to happen to you or myself or anyone. Things just happen, whether we wish for them or not. It's easier if we make the decision to change than for change to come and knock us off our feet. So again, your life is happening now. Be in the vibrancy of that. Don't put that off for later. Mm-mm. You're already living in the later. You're also living in the now. So yes, think far and wide, but be where you are. There's a difference. So many people are thinking far and wide and being over there and not being present right here, missing everything that's happening right here because they're focused there. And guess what? That's anxiety evoking as well. Now you're worried. Now you really have to work even harder because I don't have enough for later. How do you know what you're going to need later? Really? How do you know? If you look over your life and you think about many things that have happened, many occurrences, did you know all of those things were going to happen the way that they happened? Doubtful. Not all things. So the future is a mystery. It's the unknown. So think far and wide, but be here now. Ram Dass said it best. Be here now. You don't want to miss the moments now. Miss the love and people now. Miss your life now. Thinking somehow you're going to connect better to it all later. We have to give that some thought. Wisdom, knowledge, understanding, discernment, yes. And practicing the present now. May you and may we remember that and access the now and live fully now. Do the things now and not wait to be pushed to the edge. No one wants to be edge close. So let's be present where our feet exist today. Right now is what we have. Let's acknowledge that we have now.